Our school, Michael Nagar Shikhaniketan, government-sponsored co-ed English medium higher secondary, has taken an excellent initiative in conducting online classes through YouTube channel. Even in this pandemic situation, our school did not step aback in providing and enhancing knowledge to the students. So, it's a request to the viewers, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Good morning everybody. We are going to start with the next chapter of class 6, that is the human body. Okay, now whenever we are talking about the human body, what do we remember? We remember a structure which is having the flesh, which is having the organ, which is having the different ability to use the organ, whether it is external or internal. Okay, there are various tissues might be present in that structure. So, this kind of pictures come to our mind whenever we talk about the human body. So, now what we are going to do? We are going to learn more in details about the human body. Okay, so let's start with the first slide. Now, what we are seeing, say I have told you just now, what we are seeing, what is human body? Human body, the physical substance of the human organism composed of living cell, extracellular material organized into tissue and organ. Now what happened? The first thing that comes, the life is being initiated from the smallest unit of the human body, that is the cell. Okay, now by the multiplication of the cell, the tissues are being originated, the tissues multiplication comes to the organ, and the different organ, whenever a different organ is comprising a single function, that is called the organ system. Okay, now what happens? The tissue, that is why it is being said that it is organized into tissue, organ and system, organ system. In over here we can see that how the tissues are being arranged in our body. On the next we can see how the muscles are being arranged in our body, and in the last part we can see the skeletal system. Okay, so what happens generally that there are various function of this various system of the body. Okay, now what the tissue does in the nervous system, it stimulates the nerve impulse, and in the circulatory system what it does, it carries the blood from the, generally what happens, it carries the blood to the brain as well. So what is being done, the tissue mostly carries the blood, it does not, I have told before the wrong thing, that first what happens, that the tissue carries the blood to the different part of the body. Okay, it carries the different parts of the body, and next is what? Next is from where this blood is being, circulation system is being initiated, it is initiated from the heart. We will learn about that in the later part. Now next is the muscles. Muscles, what is does? Muscles is another part. See, first our body structure starts with the skeletal system. Skeletal system, what it does, it gives the structure to our body. Next, it is being covered by what? It is being covered by the muscles, as well as along with the muscles we are growing this tissue system as well. Okay, and what is the function of the tissue system? It carries the blood to the different parts of the body. It carries the blood to the different parts of the body, and how this circulation is occurring with the help of the heart. Clear? On the next slide what we are going to learn? We are going to learn about the different, how the organ is being divided into two types. Okay, now how the organ is being divided into two types? See, organ is being divided on the basis of the visibility mainly. Okay, how much organ is being visible? Clear? Now what happens over here, that in the particular organ, see this external organ, these are called the external organ. Why it is called the external organ? Because we can see it from the naked eye from outside, from exterior. Okay, so the organ which can be seen from the exterior is called the external organ. Next is the internal organ. Why? Because these organs are present in the interior parts of the body. We cannot see it with the naked eye, but both having the important function. Okay. Now what is the largest external organ that we are having? That is the skin. Okay, it protects our muscles, it protects our organs. Next, in the next slide what we are going to learn? We are going to learn as one of the most important internal organ, that is the heart. Okay, now what is heart? Heart is a hollow muscular organ that expand, contract to move the blood through the arteries and veins. Okay, now what happens? What happens over here, that the heart, whenever the pumping of blood occurs, it contracts and expand. Okay, when it expands, whenever the heart is filled with the blood. Now this you can relate with one of the example, that suppose you are blowing a balloon. So when the balloon will expand, whenever the air is filled in it, and whenever we are releasing the air, it will contract. Similarly, in the heart what happens, whenever the blood is filled into the heart, whenever the blood is filled into the heart, it expands in size, and whenever it squeeze out the blood, then it contracts. Clear? Now what happened? Where is the location of the heart? See, the heart is mostly present in the middle of the chest. Okay, heart is mostly present in the middle of the chest. Clear? So in the left of the middle means most generally it is present in a slanted way, but the maximum part of the heart is present on the left side of the body. Maximum part of the heart is present means quite, if you divide into 3 parts, then 2/3 of the part is present into the left side and the 1/3 is present in the right side. Okay, that is why this picture has been given, so that you can understand what is the position of the heart. Okay, on the next slide what we are going to do, we are going to learn about how the heart beats. See, before each beat your heart fills with the blood. I have told just now what happened, before every beat what happened, the heart is filled with the blood. Okay, and then it muscle contract to squeeze the blood along. Now what happened, whenever the heart is squeezing itself, the blood is getting spilled out to the different parts of the body. Try squeezing of the hand. See, if you squeeze your hand, what happens? Whatever present in, suppose you are holding a small amount of water just like this, and if you are squeezing it, what will happen? The water will come out of your hand. Similarly, this happen, and our heart does it all day long, during the night time and during the daytime as well. Of course, the rate of the heart rate differs. Why? Because whenever we are in a relaxed mode, the heartbeat slows down, and whenever we are very much excited, or we are in any kind of agitation, then the heart rate increases. In the next slide what we are going to learn, we are going to learn about the shape of the heart. See, shape of the heart is generally 230 to 350 grams, and it is shaped like an inverted cone. See, inverted cone. Okay, it is shaped like an inverted cone. On the next slide what we are going to learn, we are going to learn about the first structure of the heart, that is the chambers of the heart. See, when there is one chapter in the syllabus only, that is called the biodiversity. Over there we will learn that how the animals are being differentiated on the basis of the chamber of the heart. There are 2 chamber heart there are some organisms which are having 2 chambers, there are 3 chamber heart, and even the one is the human being, we are having the 4 chamber of heart. Okay, the upper chambers are the arteriums, that is left and right arterium, and the lower chambers are the ventricles. Okay, now what is the function of the arterium? To receive the blood. Okay, now over here see the four different area, each area is called the chambers. These are the chambers. Okay, there are two each chamber. One chamber is on the top and another in the bottom. One chamber, there are 2 chambers. Okay, atrium and ventricle. One is at the top, another one is at the ventricle, and it is divided into the right and left position. And so these 2 chambers on the top are called the arteria, and if you are talking about the one, call it an atrium. The arteria is filled from the returning blood. As I have told just now, that what is the function of the arterium? That it receives the blood. From where it receives the blood? Both from lungs and the body. Next, this heart has the left arterium and right arterium. Heart has the left as well as right arterium. Just now I have told you that the arterium is being divided into two on the basis of the position. Next is the ventricle. Of course, if it is receiving, the arterium is receiving the blood, then there should be someone to send the blood as well to the different parts of the body or to the lungs. Now what happened? The ventricle what does? Ventricle is receiving, it's sending the blood to the body and to the lungs. Okay. So the process can be further understood on the next slide. Over here, see, right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle. Okay, see over here the lungs is sending the blood through the pulmonary vein, that is the oxygen rich blood to the pulmonary to the left auricle. Similarly, the right ventricle what is doing? It is sending the blood to the lungs. Clear? And see, on the next what we are saying, that the right auricle is receiving the blood from the body, and left ventricle what is doing? It is sending the blood through the aorta to the different parts of the body. So it is occurring in a diagonally opposite manner. Okay, see both of them what it is doing? It is receiving the blood from the lungs, it is sending the blood from the lungs. In the two parts what is occurring? That it is so over here what is occurring? See, I have told you before only that in the both the parts, the right atrium and the left atrium, they are receiving the blood. Okay. On this measure what we are going to learn, that in the left atrium what is doing? Left atrium is receiving the blood from the lungs, and by whom it is receiving the blood? From the pulmonary veins. And what kind of blood it is receiving? Oxygen rich blood or the pure blood. Okay. Similarly, what is happening in the right atrium? Right atrium is receiving the blood from the body, but over here the case is different. What is that case? Case is that the deoxygenated blood is being received in the right atrium. Okay, by whom it is receiving the deoxygenated? By the vena cava. Okay, next is what? Next is the ventricle. Left ventricle is sending the blood through the aorta to the different parts of the body, and the right ventricle what it is doing? It is sending the blood to the lungs. So obviously you can understand that how it is occurring, that it is occurring in an opposite manner, means the left auricle is receiving the blood from the lungs, whereas the right ventricle is sending the blood to the lungs. Similarly, the right auricle is receiving the blood from the body, and the left ventricle is sending the blood from the body. But what is the difference in this? One part, this part is receiving the deoxygenated blood, or in other words we can see the impure bloods. But in this part what we can see, that they are both sending and receiving the oxygenated blood. Clear? And with the help of the pulmonary veins and pulmonary veins and aorta. Clear? Now both the things are quite clear. Now on the next we are going to learn about the valves on the next video. Okay.
Subscribe. Click on the bell. Like, comment, share.